Thank you. God, I hate that shit. Who's Masad? We're gonna have to fuck with the settings a little more. Think of the floaters we lost. Yeah, at least we haven't gotten far. And I did save after the crash, so there's that at least. And this game sure does boot up quickly, so it's not like we have to wait too terribly long. Oh, what's going on here? Yada da da do do. There we go. What else can we fuck with? What does field of view do? Nothing? The ocean is delicious. Let's do medium detail. We'll do high water quality still, low anti-aliasing. I've already got low motion blur, ambient occlusion, screen space reflections. Let's do medium. What do we think? Medium or high? The color grading, I wonder what that does. You know, if that makes it a harder game to process. What do we think? I can turn bloom off. What does bloom do? If we turn bloom off and then film it color grading on, then that might work. Oh, I see what bloom does. Oh man, I like it. Fuck. What about lens dirt? Let's just turn lens dirt off. Or is lens dirt like when you come out of the water, you know what I mean? That thing it does. Depth of field. Cap your FPS to 60 and not notice. You think? We'll do it at 100 and see how that goes. Okay. I want things to glow. I like the glow. The glow is pretty. I want to keep it. We'll figure it out. I saw a rock. I also like fireflies. My favorite bug's a firefly. Shit. Where was it? Are there any horror films set underwater? Like, really good. There's one, yeah, there is. I forget what it's called, but it's these, like, YouTube, there's these YouTubers who do, like, these, like, abandoned house YouTubers or whatever. And they're told of a good, like, ghost town at the bottom of this man-made lake, so they go under, and the entire movie takes place in that house. It's pretty good. I'm sure if you Google the, you know, aspects of what I just said, it'll pop up. Good night, Josie.
Copper is an essential component of all powered equipment. Your probability of survival has just increased to unlikely, but plausible.
I got a veined nettle. Did y'all see that? Blue palm. Or maybe I didn't, and it was just telling me what that was. I don't like this. I have trypophobia too. Less than thalassophobia, but still. Deep house. Yeah, I think that is it. Woo! Pity. I need rocks. Rocks, rocks, rocks. Shark tail. Yeah. The effects did not hold up. Whoa. What a noise. What's that guy? Oh, is that the floaty rock with the... Yeah. Swimmy game, yes. Is it really necessary for me to hold these in my hands like this? Why am I doing that? I don't need to hold anything. What I need is rocks. Oh! That's why the rock was floating. I get it. Whoa. So, like, don't go in there, I guess. Right? Does it do that always? Yeah. Whoa. Whoop. Okay, made you seasick. Goodness. You can attach them to things to make them float. Oh, that is useful. Very useful indeed. Titanium. I still need titanium. Yay!
Oxygen.
Crates have good stuff. I don't see how to open them. Do I have to craft something to open them? With which to open them? You're thinking about all the creatures in the ocean we don't know about all the fucking time. Yes. All the time. That's part of why deep sea mining is a bad idea. Do you want Godzilla? It's how you wake up Godzilla. I'm kidding. Mostly. There's more important reasons to
From salvage technology and to record alien biological data.
more important reasons to not do deep sea mining, but that is one of them. Okay. No, the open ones may have stuff. I didn't see any open ones. Self-scan? Yeah.
Self-scan complete.
Oh.
Vital signs normal. Continuing to
Ooh,
monitor.
I'm gonna scan everything. Come here. Come here. Come on. Oh, I just grabbed it. Edible prey fish. High calorie count. Great. Come on.
Detecting increased local
Oh!
radiation levels. Trend is consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core.
Unique outer membrane has potential as a natural water filter. Hell yes. We're on our way.
Expected applications. Utilizing alien resources is a proven survival strategy.
Goodbye, Edgar. There's a cutting torch later in the game. Sweet. Sustenance. Cooked food? Thankfully odorless. Highly nutritious. Protein-rich eyeballs. They must be like a nighttime fish, yeah? Whoa, they're huge.
Small organisms while disposing of the skeletal structure, bodily fluids, and internal organs, thus rendering them safe for human consumption.
It's convenient. Can y'all hear Gus out there? Gus. Russ. Okay, so bladderfish is how I get filtered water. That's interesting. I'm about it. Let's save. I saw an unstuck button. Do you get stuck often in this game? Is that what that's for? I need food, apparently. Chomp chomp. Yeah, Gus, get inside. We have to record Lilo and Stitch. Me too, Ethan. I don't get that when I think about space too terribly much. Every now and then I'll see a movie that kicks off that reaction, but not often. Let's go get more stuff. Bladderfish. Bladderfish. Bladderfish! Get over here! Damn it. Ah. Bladderfish. Oop. trying to scan that school of swimmy guys. Can I not? That's too bad. I would like to know more about them. To pull the trigger to scan stuff. Yeah, I know. I was. It's left click, right? This one spot infamous for absorbing vehicles in a way that requires unstuck to fix. Gotcha. I have such bad news. Genuinely very, very bad news. I was texting Gus the other day and he liked the new Lilo and Stitch. I don't know what I'm gonna do. The podcast is over, I think. Kind of music do I like? I like I fuck with an acoustic guitar. I mean I like all music. The music that feeds me is somewhat different. I like jazz a lot. I like Southern Gothic type. I like Americana basically. So what's that spinny, the spinny thing? Oh! It's right click. Blue palm is a common aquatic plant which thrives in shallow water. Oh, shit. Time to leave. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Long fronds intercept light curtain, reach smaller for water in the seabed. Okay. Da 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 da. Do do do. What makes something Americana? American instruments, American styles. Like, American instruments would be things like banjo, electric guitar. American styles would be like off beats, kind of blues type stuff, blues type beats, and the things that that blues inspired. Same with jazz. This is part of why I liked Sinners so much. Man, you don't have anything to tell me about the boxes? That sucks. Ooh, I didn't like that noise. And Americana also includes things like bebop, 50s rock. I love that shit too. Gimme. Gimme. Come here. Very good, Walter. You're the first person to come up with a Mariana Trench joke. It is mine, though. Small edible prey fish. Great. I love food. It's all just jazz, basically. What island are your people from? Well, an inspector. Shallow water plants. Looks more like a coral to me, but okay. Which frequently says I have predations along the edge of the leaves. Brightly colored seeds. Okay, seeds. I guess it is a plant. I love this game. This is gonna be so boring for you people, I fear. I'm just gonna be walking around looking at every single Oh, this one has a symbiosis with a coral species. How about that? If this were me in this world, it's exactly what I'd be doing. Bornholm. Sounds made up to me. I'm sure it isn't. I'm just fucking with you. Just in case. Tell me about this seaweed. No? Okay. Tell me about the acid mushroom. Spore-bearing fungi species. Game is pretty loose with terms like plant, animal, and fungus. Yeah, I can tell. Why? I don't know why they're... Why... Whoa. Why bother doing that when you could just call them all coral? Coral is one of the most, like, diverse... I don't even know. I'm not a biologist. A phylum? Is that what you would call it? Like, the group that includes coral and anemones, it, like... they all look fucking insane, and they all do insane things, and there's so many species that you would never guess are the same thing if you were just looking at them. Rabbit ray. Tell me about the rabbit ray. Tell me about the rabbit ray. Ugh! I didn't play No Man's Sky. I was disillusioned by its release, but I hear it's gotten a lot better, right? Like, it's considered an actually good game now. It was very topical too. Yes, indeed, Walter. Very good. Sustenance! Yay! More! Can you do this in bulk? I can already tell it's gonna annoy me. Coral is animal. Yes, it is. Coral is animal. Some of them even move around on their own. In fact, all of them move around on their own. Maybe not all of them. But they all have feet. And you can watch them walk around. You know, watch any like time-lapse video of coral. You can see them walk around. It's crazy. Anemones do it more. Anemones, you can actively watch them like move their little foot and and scooch along. But all corals walk. They'll move if they're uncomfortable. It's super interesting. Yeah, some coral swims around. Yeah. It's like 10 years in the natural world. Or other water sources. Okay. There's a coral called a walking dendro that has a symbiotic relationship with a kind of worm. You can buy it in the aquarium trade. They're pretty uncommon, but you can buy them. And they're little corals that have the worm inside, and the worm goes in there, and then the coral just like shuts the door basically, and doesn't let it out. And it feeds the worm, but the worm can only go anywhere with the coral attached to it, so it looks like the coral is like walking around. It's crazy. It's fucking alien down there. Ah! Sometimes fight and kill each other. Always corals are trying to fight and kill each other. It's one of the hardest things about setting up a coral aquarium, especially a multi-species coral aquarium, especially a multi-species coral aquarium that's bigger or that's smaller than like 20 gallons. Oh, what's going on here? Coral wars, they're called. Unless you have all the same species in your tank, your corals are gonna try and kill each other. They'll emit, you know, toxins around them. They'll put out sweeper tentacles and just like sting everything around them. Some of them are worse about it than others. Some are more peaceful. But yeah, it's like next to any coral you see for sale, usually it'll specify how peaceful it is, which is a crazy thing to say about something that doesn't have a brain. Or those disgusting bug things that are huge and have lots of feet. You mean the arthropods? The, like, giant bottom of the ocean roly-polies? Yeah, they're crazy. Getting groceries with the boyfriend. Lovely. What did you get? Isopods, yeah. Not arthropods. They are arthropods, though. I think. I'm not a biologist. I don't like how... I don't like how herky-jerky my screen's getting. Gulp. Oh. Let's drink more. More water. I forgot what I needed to swim farther. I need some air. Oh my god. No thoughts. Yeah, just impulses of righteous violence, basically. That's the life of a coral. I relate, you know. Oh, there goes my camera. That's true. Yes. Hard corals don't move. They do at first if they're spawned instead of propagated. It's another thing, like crazy things that corals can do. I guess plants do a corollary to it, that you can propagate a plant and also grow it from seed, but it's pretty crazy that corals spawn and also propagate, you know. But yeah, hard corals, those are the ones that have the, like, the calcium skeleton, and they do stay put. They use a lot of fucking calcium, which is why they're considered more difficult to keep. Typically, you have to add calcium to your fish tank. Air bladder. Emergency flotation device. No, not what I need. Habitat builder. Would love that. Repair tool. Flashlight. No, I need something. Yeah. Okay, 3 titanium. What is a pipe chain? Do I need... My question... Oh, a chain of pipes that can be used to transport breathable air from a functional pump. Okay, so I need to get all of this stuff before I can actually go anywhere. Right? I need a fuck ton of titanium. And that's all, apparently. I just need a fuck ton of titanium. Okay. Can do! Most coral used to have calcite skeletons, and they disappeared from the fossil record and reappeared with, if I'm not mistaken, aragonite skeletons. Interesting. I didn't know that. Mariana cannot be housed near other Marianas. True! True, I send out sweeper tentacles. Okay, this looks promising, maybe. Are you a rock I can hit? Yeah. The fuck? Did I get anything from that? Or, okay, cool, I did. Man, titanium is just everywhere on this planet. Okay, sweet. So I guess it doesn't alert you to what you got. You just have to know. It alerts you the first time and then never again. Great to know. I had a conversation with a coworker last night about the possibility of fish as pets rather than a game, and I'm afraid fish would be pricey. It depends on the fish. They don't have to be. I assume you're talking about saltwater and not freshwater, otherwise this wouldn't be an issue, right? Price, freshwater is super cheap. And you can get really great pet fish in a freshwater tank. A lot of the cichlids are really intelligent, really friendly. You can build a relationship with them, you know. They don't require a lot of care. In fact, like they'll eat any plant you put in there with them and any other fish you put in there with them. So you gotta be kind of careful about that. Like Oscars are really great fish. I do think they need buddies though. But like there are a couple like fuck, I wish I could like Jack Dempsey or Jack Dempsey cichlids. I think don't need any buddies, and they're really beautiful. But for saltwater, if you're looking for a pet, like a pet fish, you're gonna ooh, you look unfriendly. Ooh. For saltwater, the pet fish are gonna be things like, oh my god. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes. For saltwater, the pet fish are going to be things like pufferfish. Pufferfish especially are really intelligent, really friendly. They'll like play tricks on you. They're so cute. I love pufferfish. Also, tangs, the big tangs. You need like a fucking 100-gallon tank to keep one happy, so I wouldn't recommend it. Most people shouldn't own tangs, but like we had one in the, I think I've told this story. We had a tang, a big Blaminghi tang in the shop, who was like 12 years old, and he liked being petted. He would like follow you around. He was super friendly, super smart fish. I loved him. But if you're looking for like, and like you shouldn't get anything wild caught anyway, just because of the state of things, you know, but like they're learning more and more about how to breed these fish. So it's becoming slightly less of an issue. And I'm actually like, I think it's actually a pretty okay thing ethically to, get into saltwater aquariums if you are sourcing all of your stuff responsibly. Which basically means you have to get them all captive bred or captive grown in the case of coral. Kind of similar to reptiles, you probably shouldn't fuck with any wild caught stuff unless you are like a real expert, because you're gonna kill it. In fact, like if I were, you know, supreme leader of the world, that's one of the rules that I would implement. Like, you know, you can own this thing maybe, but you have to have a permit. You know, you should. There's a lot of stuff that we sell in the aquarium trade that absolutely should have a permit, and it's like really bad that they don't. But there's so many captive bred fish in the aquarium trade, and as long as you're like willing to get a fish that's kind of dumb, then you can set up like just a beautiful aquarium. And I'm not like ultra interested in making friends with my fish. I'm fine if they're happy, you know, because I want something pretty to look at. It's a hobby for me. It's like kind of like growing a really fancy orchid, you know. It's like or like a bonsai tree. It's like this like really careful management of all these different creatures that come from all over the world and don't like each other, and making them coexist peacefully is what I like about it. And if that's your bag, or even if you just like want something interesting to look at, then like clownfish are $20 a pop. And they're really easy to keep. It's really easy to keep them happy. If you have enough to set up, you don't even have to buy coral. And if you aren't getting coral, if you're just doing a Fowler tank, which is fish only with live rock, then doing a saltwater tank is super easy. It's like really quite cheap. It's like a couple $100 setup for a clownfish. Pop an anemone in there and you're set. So that's what I'd recommend. I've recently become fascinated with Indo-European languages. The idea that almost every language in Europe and India have the same common ancestor. Have you heard of this? Yeah, I have heard of that. In fact, that's like part of the Nazis' whole deal. Like the Aryan languages and the Aryan people were like Indo-European, and they thought that like that's where all the white people came. It's stupid. Da, 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 da. But ignore the pipes. Okay. has to be titanium because iron would just rust. I guess that's true. Hell yeah, we swim in. Hi, Azura. We had a pet fish when I was a little kid that killed itself. It leap out of the tank or bowl. It's because you made it miserable. It was a depressed fish. Do you feel good about that? Unless it was a beta. Betas jump out of their tanks. Betas need a lid. They jump out of their tanks and bowls a lot because in the wild, they don't live in puddles, but they live in really tight quarters. And sometimes puddles. So like they're really common in places like rice paddies, these like really, really shallow areas. And so to get from place to place, they have to jump out of their puddle and just trust that they're going to land somewhere good. So if you have a beta, you got to be ready for that. You get a pufferfish named Fugu. I love pufferfish. They're great. They're so cute. Dumb person question here. You know how I happen to know the answer to this question. How if you release your pet goldfish to get really big, why don't we farm them for meat? Are they yucky? The answer is we do farm them for meat. It's called carp. The kinds of goldfish that you're talking about, my understanding is that they are kind of yucky. They're like kind of fatty, I think, and I think there might also not be a whole lot of meat on them. The meat goldfish is carp. That's all goldfish are. They're just a specialized kind of carp. Some people in Florida catch invasive python species and freeze them to use as feeder snakes for pet and zoo snakes. Yeah. I mean, that's I couldn't. I might be able to, kill an invasive python I caught. I also like, you should just, because I know that some people will just like stick it in the freezer, cruel. There's this myth with fish too. There's this myth that if you just put them in the freezer, they just like kind of fade out, and it's not true at all. It is still a painful death. Hi, Babadook. Yay, I'm glad you're back. When I got to my fleet unit in 2004, it was only a few months after they lost the very last pet privilege they had in the barracks. That sucks. What kind of pets can you have in the barracks? Oh, goldfish. They'd gamble on the fights. That's so ridiculous. Why didn't they just... Well, I guess it'd just be easier to say, okay, you fuckers have lost your privileges. If I were to plunge into fish as friends, I'd simply want to look at them. Oh, yeah. Get clownfish then. Clownfish are really lovely. They're idiots. They're such dumb little fucks. All they think about is food and egg. Sometimes they think about anemone, if they have an anemone. I love them. They're adorable. I used to have I know I've said this before. I'm sorry. Y'all got me talking about fish, and like, this is what happens. I used to have a mated pair of clownfish that I really wanted to lay eggs for me. I was going to try and raise them because they're supposed to be a really good, like intro marine breeding, species, but they never did. But they were so in love. It was so cute. When I moved my fish with me, and I put them in individual little baggies in like a 5-gallon Home Depot bucket. And when I let them go, well, first I let one go. I think I let the female go first, and she immediately swam over to the male and started like trying to get into to go see him. And then when I let him go, they started cuddling. It was so cute. It was so cute. There's also different kinds of clownfish, right? And so and they all do like fun, interesting things. Like the maroon clownfish are especially assholes. Like they can't be housed with anything. They're in fact one of the few clownfish that you can sometimes get away with housing with predatory fish species because they're so mean and they get really big. And the females especially get like massive. They're so big, and they look like fucking bulldogs. They've got these like huge faces, and they're kind of jowly, and the males are like these little guys. And some of the maroon clownfish do this mating dance that I think is super funny, where the female will like charge him like she's gonna beat the shit out of him. And sometimes they do. Like female clown, it's really dangerous to introduce a male clownfish to a female clownfish. And hard to get, I mean, a little bit difficult to establish pairs for that reason. So she'll charge him, and and his role is to duck out of the way and then like creep up and kiss her on the cheek. It's so cute. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to establish a clownfish pair unless you get at the outset, two babies, because when clownfish are born, they're for some reason it got around that they're all born male. That's not true. They're all born sexless. They have the potential for development into each sex, from what I understand. I'm not an expert, but I think that is the case. And then in a group of clownfish, the most dominant, and which is usually the biggest, turns female. The next most dominant turns male. They become the breeding pair. If the female dies, then the breeding male usually is the one that becomes female, and then so on and so forth. Fish sex is insane. There are some fish that have super males. It's bonkers. There's some fish that like fish will change from male to female, female to male. It's super weird. And the way their behavior changes, it like has really interesting implications for basically gender performance in fish. That like before any of the hormones actually turn in an upcoming female, he'll start acting female. It's crazy. I learned last night that caimans are illegal in Texas without a permit. Jesus, of all things. You can own anything in Texas but not a fucking caiman. Oh, does somebody have a caiman that they're trying to like give to you? Some type of freshwater shark. Yeah, it was probably if it was silver, then it was a bala shark. If it was black, then it was I forget what they call those. Yeah, sharks. I actually don't give a fuck about the whole invasive species thing. There's a large source diverted to attention from sometimes it's not a big deal. In the case of Florida, it's a really big fucking deal. Burmese pythons are an absolute menace there. There are a lot of invasive species in Florida that aren't a problem, that have just like kind of, settled into like there are a lot of invasive species that I actually love. Like there's a really healthy there's actually a few breeding populations of parrot in LA. And one of them is I think it's blue-fronted Amazons that have a really healthy breeding population in LA, and I love them. They're amazing, and they don't replace any other animals. They don't have any kind of like negative impact on their environment there. It's just a sustainable, breeding representation of the species that is otherwise really endangered. So, it can be a really good thing. In other cases, no. And the Burmese pythons are a fucking disaster in Florida. They eat everything. And that's bad. And Burmese pythons also breed like crazy. They lay clutches of like 30 eggs, and all of them hatch, and some of them will get eaten, but a lot of them won't, because they don't really have any native predators. And so they'll there's so many native bird species in Florida that they eat. They've eaten Florida panthers. Like, yeah, it's not good. But it's not always the case. Sometimes invasive species are okay. So I take your point. I never like it when people take glee in killing anything, Seahorse Empreg, yeah. Did I learn this all recreational? Yeah, I did. I got super into fish in my master's program, and I got so into fish that I went and worked for a fish store just to learn more about fish. Now I know a lot about fish. Please, God, never let the MRA guys learn about super males. Oh, don't worry. They're not interested in super males. Super males are often like especially with wrasses, the super male will look very impressive and be huge and like just a beautiful fish. But they often get super cucked by normal males. So metazoa, what's that? Coworker said one of his neighbors has a caiman. Coworker said the caiman has begun snapping at the neighbor during I mean, yeah, it's a fucking wild animal. Yeah, kudzu is also a genuine problem. We should simply eat the kudzu, is my opinion. The problem with that is that it's difficult to tell where you gotta source all your edible foods correctly, otherwise you might get some fungicide or herbicide or some shit on it, which I think we could solve by just not using herbicide. But nobody listens to me. For out to destroy things, there are other things to destroy that would be much more impactful than killing pigs. Sometimes. I mean, there's certainly a lot of ideas I would rather destroy than pigs. But yeah, pigs can be devastating also to an environment. There are some animals, sorry to say, but and it's not many, but there are some that once they're introduced into an environment, the only thing to do is take them back out. They're just that devastating. Pigs just uproot absolutely everything. It's like introducing a sentient plow to an environment that's also really aggressive and hates everything it looks at. That is always an online guessing game. Oh, fun. Yeah, pigs are dangerous and powerful. Very much so. Let's go back to the game. Maybe they assume the caiman would stay small. They stay relatively small. I think they get, including their tail, I think they get about 4 feet long, if I'm remembering correctly. Oldest species on the planet. But I take your point, Babadook. It's some animals, some invasive species, they have to be killed. When you find a snakehead in a lake, you got to kill it. Not only because that's the law, but because that's it's the only thing to do, unless you want to take it home and have a pet snakehead. Which, okay, go off. I'd have a pet snakehead. They're cool. I'd have a problem killing a snakehead. Maybe. I don't know. I've never killed an animal, so I'm not sure. And I'm also not a vegan, It's we were talking about this a couple streams ago, unless you're just an absolutist about not eating meat, this is something that is really important to think about. It's a big deal to eat meat. It's a big deal. Attracted to titanium deposits. Oh, good to know. Facts. Yay, learning. Maybe possible to temporarily distract hungry stalkers by feeding them. How do you do that? I guess you take your fish and just toss it at them. How do you do that? Retinal area on the eyeball suggests adaptation for nighttime hunting. Boop 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 doo doo. Da 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 do 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 do. Specifically compare pigs to machinery and their destruction. Yes. That the thing that makes them really effective in their ecological niche where they come from, I think pigs are from Europe. where they actually have an ecological niche, and it is important for them that, that like pigs build ponds and shit, um, is devastating here. Like these like environments here are really, really fragile, and or at least, in the face of those kinds of creatures. I mean, I will like completely, absolutely agree with you that there's several ridiculous standards for how we think about these animals. Like, you could certainly argue that like horses aren't as destructive as pigs and Burmese pythons can be, but they definitely overgraze. But like, I mean, if we're going to talk about you know the sorts of double standards at work here, like, to your point, Babadook, like, I don't give a fuck about how many acres wild horses are overgrazing compared to the amount of acres we let cows overgraze all the fucking time. Absolutely. Um, but if you let any kind of ungulate that grazes more than the native ungulates here are used to, at least in a healthy ecosystem. Deer do the same thing in the absence of predators. They will wipe out an ecosystem. So yeah, pigs in the Western Hemisphere, almost sci-fi in concept. Yeah, for real. My issue's ruinous terraforming being okay when we do. It's not okay. Of course it's not. Like, you'll never see me say that. But I mean, what are you supposed to do with a snakehead or a Burmese python or a wild pig or a zebra mussel or these creatures that are genuinely really devastating to the places they find themselves in and start to multiply in, and have no native predators or any predators at all, and just take over. What are you supposed to do? You can take home one. You can rehome a couple. You can't rehome thousands of Burmese pythons. There's no relocating them, which is our fault also, to be clear. It's about perspective. It's next after Lord of the Rings vid. A video about what makes a book unfilmable. Oh my god. I didn't realize that my light was so visible back there. I hope that's not too annoying. The crossguard on spears was developed specifically to deal with a head-on charge for a while. I didn't know that. Is that true? That's crazy. Noises. I also am like, not all terraforming is bad, surely. A lot of the tribes have a really good tradition of positive terraforming. Humans are actually really good at making ecological, like, improving ecological systems in a genuine way, and not just in a bullshit domination, like, improvement type of way. The natives terraformed the fuck out of North America. They're the entire reason we have they're the entire reason we had the types of huge old growth forests with those massive oak trees that were fucking 300 feet tall or whatever. The way that happened is because the tribes in those areas would do controlled burns that killed all the smaller trees to make more room for the big ones. Kind of interesting. Fun fact: all earthworms are invasive in North America. They are all very recently introduced. Great example of how invasive species are not always bad. Are humans an invasive species? Probably, technically, I guess. How did Burmese pythons end up in the Everglades? Pet trade, mostly. Fucking stupid people, you know, get a baby snake. It's really cute. The same thing that happens with all sorts of, oh my god, wild animals. Burmese pythons are one of the biggest snakes in the world. They're hard to feed. It's hard to source food for them. They can get pretty expensive. They're difficult to keep after a while. It's like all of this fucking sucks, right? Because like Burmese pythons, on the other hand, on all of the other hands, Burmese pythons are really friendly. They're pretty sweet snakes, as snakes go. Like, snakes are really solitary animals. There's very little evidence that they have much of a capacity to like care for their caretakers very much, if at all. Some snakes do, but a lot of the boas and a lot of the constrictors don't, because they're ambush predators. Burmese pythons are really cool animals, and it sucks that they're in this position, you know.
Readings suggest the Aurora's drive core has reached critical state.
What? I didn't pay enough attention to that. Local radio drive cores reach destination.
Warning. Local radiation readings suggest
Should I leave? What? What does this mean for me? Well, yeah, the removal of one is sanctioned while the other isn't because, well, I mean, whatever. You know the reasons. I don't need to tell you. You know all this. Capitalism is the only cancer. Humans aren't the fucking cancer. That's capitalism.
Seek fluid intake.
Seek fluid intake.
Vital signs stabilizing.
There we go. I don't know what to do about this like detonation thing. I feel like maybe I was supposed to go investigate the ship since it's right there, but it kept like talking about radiation. I'm not gonna go near something that's radioactive. Fuck. With my opinion of the menu, I love the menu. I don't see what everyone's fucking problem with it is with the menu. Okay, I think it's a perfectly fine movie. Like, it's not supposed to be that complicated. It's a pretty clear, like, class commentary and semi allegory. Like, I like the menu. I do want to hear a wild sheep fact. When was sheep farming profitable in Britain last? My Sound of Freedom video. Yeah, no, I'm totally picking up what you're putting down. Yeah. If earthworms are not bad, in what sense are they invasive and not just foreign? Invasive and bad are not synonyms. Like anything foreign to an ecological system is invasive. Whether like the parrots in LA are invasive. They're just not there's not bad. They're what's the other word I'm looking for? Because like introduced species is I think the accepted term. And invasive also, okay, yeah, I think this is what it is. Sorry, I don't I'm not a fucking expert, okay? Invasive can also describe a native species, which sounds really weird. But like here in central Texas, cedar is invasive. It's considered invasive. And it's invasive, but it's not introduced. It's a native species. The reason it's considered invasive is because we've like fucked up the environment here, and the ecological systems, as much as we have. Cedar has been just like having a fucking field day with all of this, like empty land from us ripping out all the oak and all the grass and stuff, and so there's nothing to compete with cedar anymore, and it just goes fucking crazy. Invasive species. Yeah, the Sound of Freedom comparison absolutely makes sense. Where it's like people using people will like hop onto a cause that makes them feel like a fucking hero instead of actually like looking at the the base causes of the problem. Like it's I obviously talked about it in terms of Tim Ballard himself, but this is like really common. Oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't realize these decomposed. Oh. Well, let's go ahead and eat that. Not this one, though. But that kind of attitude is really, really common in the gun world. To no one's surprise. But like the, shoot pedophiles is this sort of like clumsy virtue signal that a lot of gun guys do to each other that I think is super fucking cringe. Oh yeah, cobras. I'm so sorry. Man, maybe this game is a bad idea. I'm just gonna talk about fish. Cobras are different. Cobras are weird, especially king cobras. King cobras are like, I'm not even convinced they're snakes. Like, I would not be at all surprised to hear of a discovery that king cobras are actually a completely different species. They're different. They're like really fucking huge. First of all, king cobras are the size of a lot of pythons. They get like 8-10 feet long, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't know, I'm not good with measurements, but they're like big. And like if you see especially male king cobras, for some reason males are the bigger ones. And that's one of the weird things about king cobras. Males are big and females are small. And females are but females are the meaner ones, which is sustained a lot across a lot of snake species. But across most snake species, females are dramatically bigger. Yeah, king cobras are really interesting animals. Da, 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 da. The 14th Centrum, no. I want some sheep. I really, really want sheep. I really, really want churro sheep, which is the Navajo breed, or became the Navajo breed after colonization. Sheep aren't native to here either.
Calorie intake recommended.
Shit. I really should start. Fuck it, just consume. I need to be pausing instead of just idling. Metric for invasiveness is mostly down to the damage done to the actual ecosystem. Thank you, Mojo Jam. Sheep have not been profitable for the British Isles since they were being kept by little gangs of monks. I'm very pro little gangs of monks. Yeah, it's insane. It's all a fucking game, you know? Fuck. Yeah. Thanks for pushing me toward excellence. Actual Babadook, what would I do without you? I will go crazy trying to be an expert in everything so that I can have an entertaining live stream that is full of absolutely correct information and nothing else. Distribution of camels. Yeah, migrated to Old World from the Americas, but no one will call them invade. From the Americas? You must mean in the Ice Age. People will make that argument about horses here also because there was a native horse species in the Ice Age that, but like, when was the Ice Age? 20,000, 30,000 years? I don't remember. When was the last Ice Age? Like typically, when we call species invasive, we're referring to the Holocene. Is it the Holocene that came before the Anthropocene? I don't remember. Fuck. I'm not an expert. Inspire. Man, Black Bag, I'm so sorry. I couldn't disagree more. As someone who struggles to be circumspect about art without sounding pretentious, the film doesn't distinguish its target with enough specificity, which in turn inspires its fans to determine that snobbery is equivalent to passionate. But but Tyler in that movie is that person, right? Like Tyler is literally just a snob, just like a poser snob about food and doesn't actually enjoy the art of it or appreciate, what is happening any more than it allows him to gain, personal and social status from it. And he's the most pathetic character in the movie, arguably. Why do I have hot takes about cobras? I don't know, man. Why would you even virtue signal about that? Being against child sexual assault is the default position. Just fucking weird. Yeah, I think it's because a lot of gun guys, despite themselves, are really insecure about seeming like productive members of society. And so this is a thing that they do to advertise that they have like pro-social goals or something. That's my hypothesis. They're called king cobras because they eat other snakes. True. Yes, that is why they're called king cobras. King cobras are not true cobras. True cobras are of the genus Naja. I knew that. Yes, kings are one of the dozen or so species of false cobras that exist in several unrelated genera. That is a fact I knew once. Yeah, they're crazy. They're crazy animals. They also, I think they parent, which is crazy because they also lay eggs. If I'm remembering correctly, they're not live bearing snakes, and it's pretty unusual for snakes to display any kind of parenting behavior. Rattlesnakes do it, and king cobras do it, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm sorry. Next time I'll figure out my ages. I don't know. I don't even know how to. I don't know what I'm talking about. Holocene is the current period? No, that's the Anthropocene. Most certainly it's the Anthropocene. I know that. I don't know much, but I know that. Anthropocene is not widely accepted, though. Oh, okay. All right. Fine. I have not progressed very much. Okay, let's eat this nutrient block and drink some delicious filtered water, and then let's go fishing. Grab some fishies to eat. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, great news, by the way. One of the new chickens started laying today. Isn't that nice? Everybody give her a hand. The new chickens still don't have names. I may not name them. I probably should. I should just name my fucking fish. Name my fucking chickens. They're cute. They're good. They're good birds. They deserve names. I think the one that started laying is the black... I don't know. She's a black hen. A black... She's a Orpington mix. She's like a... Australorp. Yeah, she's a black Australorp. I got there. I do know chickens. I have personal relationships with 7 chickens. One of them was supposed to be a rooster. She isn't. For once, I may be the first person in history disappointed that I... Oh my god. Oh my god. Whoa, what? Sorry, I gotta pause and okay. No, all of time. Yeah, I may be the first person in history that's disappointed that I have a hen instead of a rooster. How many animals do I live with? I have 2 dogs, a cat, a snake, and 7 chickens. Oh yeah, I knew that too. King cobras have laid fertile eggs without a male. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, really weird animals. Woke trans chickens. Watch the explosion. Okay, is that what's happening? It's just an explosion. Oh my god. Oh my god. I sure hope I wasn't supposed to do anything over there. Tiffany or perhaps Death Panther. Sweet. Radiation suit. Love that for me. Okay. Oh, it's sleek. Thank God. The snake is named Ingmar. He used to be Ingrid, but then he grew up, and I'm pretty sure it's a boy snake. Okay. Woof. Explodey pants. I do wonder if there's anything I need over there. Surely... I have to figure out what that whole fish is. What is a whole fish? What's that about? Peeper? Whole fish. Fiber mesh and lead. Okay. Can't stop the reactor from exploding. Okay, well that's good to know. But is there anything... Was there anything I was supposed to get there? That's my worry. Peeper, 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 peeper. I hear dolphin noises. Whoop! Oh, that Actually looks like a real fish. Serene and solitary lives, natural sense of curiosity, and awesomely poisonous flesh. Okay, good to know. Interesting. Okay. I should have paid attention. Inedible but harmless. Okay, good to know. Oh my goodness. Ba-da-da-doo-doo-doo. Don't snakes have two penises? Yeah, sometimes. Always? Do snakes always have hemipenes? I think maybe they do. Shit. Can't enter the ship before it explodes. Okay. Thank you. A kid does have 4. Holy. I need some more of those filter fish. Oh, oops. I didn't mean to eat that. Okay, then. Where's the... Is this... Okay, yeah. Fauna, herbivores. What about just, like, normal little fishy guys? I want to know about the whole fish. Where... I guess I just have to... I have to scan them. I don't get any information until I scan them, I guess is what's happening, right? Never heard of this game. I have to look into it. Yeah, so far I really like it, even though I've gone like, you know, I've barely left the block. Let's figure out what this guy's about. Whoa. Gasopod. Oh no! Here's a fun penis fact. Kangaroos are the only mammal whose scrotum is located above their penis. Isn't that weird? It's like a sea cow. A substantial meal to would-be predators. Gasopod protects its domain by filling surrounding water with poisonous and corrosive pods whose contents devolve into synthetic fibers. Oh no. Algae gland. Yikes. Cool. Social in nature, maybe use their emissions in relationship rituals. Audible calls likely signifiers of nearby threats or food sources. Approach with caution. Acidic pods may be retrieved and repurposed. Good to know. I did see the Folding Ideas video about Jarhead sequels. So many people have asked me that question. And I appreciate being asked. I said then and I will say now that it's fun that Dan Olsen's interests and mine are kind of converging in that way. That we both are taking an interest in this sort of like this military culture thing. Don't apologize. I didn't say that to like be a dick about it. Sorry. If I put these cooked fish in storage, will they stay good? Somebody tell me. Tell me if I say true. Hi, kitty. Eating around the fins. Sorry, Babadook, I was reading your penis fact. Those spoil eventually. Okay. Fish need to be salted to keep. Okay. Jesus, Walter, go to fucking sleep. What are you doing here? Get out! I think that was titanium. Good news for me. I'm really tempted to keep playing this after I get off stream. I shouldn't. If I'm playing this, I should probably just also stream, right? Uh-oh. I'm thirsty. Why is there a plus here? So just old cooked peeper. Old already. Well, eat it, I guess. God, these spoil really fast. Good to know. Jesus. I didn't grab that copper. I don't need to grab it. It automatically goes into the inventory, I feel. Yeah, there it is. This may indeed be my new obsession. Because I... oh my. Because surely the environments look different, right? How big is this world? I must know! I must know! The stalkers are so cute. They look like gars. That's what they look like. That's a pretty good pet fish. Gars are fun because they start off really, really tiny and get so big. Kitty, shut up. I starve. I got a new fish. I shouldn't have. It was just kind of a reflex. Because it's a new fish. Small edible prey fish. Drop. So if you drop them, yep, there it goes. Okay, so that's how you feed the big guys, who you'll recall tend to appear around titanium deposits. Oh my god. God damn it. Oh my god, so many bladderfish. Gimme. Sorry, Wallen Inspector, I ruined your next vacation. You're just gonna have to spend it playing Subnautica. Oh my god. Jesus fucking Christ. Can I just go under? Yeah. Uh-oh. Mr. Morbid just sent me a text that says, so... Never a good sign. My cat's meows sound so sad. Don't be convinced. So much to discover in this game. I so hope that I've barely scratched the surface. Hi, kitty. Sweet. I got a pipe. Okay. It's not bad news. He says I may have gone a little extra at the grocery store. It's fine. Did Mr. Morbid get in a fist fight at HEB? Mr. Morbid doesn't start fights, he just finishes them. Mr. Morbid was a security guy and bouncer when he was in his acting days. I don't know if y'all know this, but acting doesn't pay very much. He's doing a death roll! That's so cool! That's such a good detail! Oops. Texans panic when the temp gets below 60. So true. Air tanks are lame, just free dive. Pipes are useless? Great. So I just wasted titanium on that, is what you're telling me? I want to stay underwater longer. I want to stay underwater and never come up. Ugh. Mr. Morbid is... he's probably not over-preparing. I'm probably under-preparing, but he is concerned about the weather. I'm really not, but I'm only concerned about the wrong things. Hi, Madeline. Favorite game of all time, you say? So far, I'm really fucking digging it. I'm having such a good time. Once I get off stream, I may play more. And it seems like this is the kind of game that might tolerate that kind of behavior from a streamer, you know? Ooh. Oh my god. Oh my god, hurry, 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 hurry. That, like, you're just going around and discovering more stuff. Oh shit. Fuck, 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 fuck. Ooh. That was close.
Life on this planet grows in unusually distinct and diverse ecological biomes. Further study recommended.
Cool. My fingers will prune if I stay under too long. Thank you. Hey, metal salvage. Useful. Sea glide fragment. Oh. Okay. Babadook, I hope you share more horrifying echidna facts. I hope you never stop sharing echidna facts. I am always here for echidna facts. I'm Ooh, that's a scary noise. It's so scary when low noises get lower. So I didn't even know I was supposed to be looking for whatever this is. Oh, it's gone. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, well, not die until I fully black out. Good to know. Oh. Oh, alright. Babadook, are you actually leaving now? Goodbye. Ouch. What the fuck? Do the floaters attack you? They must. Does food give you health in this game, or does it just give you food? The floaters must attack you, because here they are attacking this peeper. Poor guy. What is that? Oh! Whoa. 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 Holy shit. Oh my god. I am bewildered. Oh. That's what's making the noise, right? Gotta be. What? God damn it. Vast life form. Leviathan class. Harmless. Chitinous shell. Anything large enough to break through its shell has long since gone extinct. Wow. Wow. That's pursued by faster, hungry herbivores. Thus, Leviathan species a mobile microcosm worthy of years of study in itself. You heal over time. Okay. Reefback's lifespans like could extend to many centuries. Harbors plants, small fish, and metal-rich barnacles. Ooh, come back. Get back here. Wow. Wow. You got any barnacles, buddy? What if, can I, like, stand on him? I can! Hell yeah! Whoa! Oh. Oh. Come back. Shit. I lost it.
Short-range scans suggest this biome supports extensive biodiversity and connects to a number of small cave networks.
This is amazing. I like this game very much. Whoa. A little acid shroomy. Oops, I missed it. Well, that was fun. Bye, friend. Reefbacks are your second favorite Leviathan. Uh-oh. I don't understand how Jared Leto keeps getting work. Really confusing to me. Shit. Tommy's trying to get into the snake house. She likes to go in there and pee. 1 second. Tommy, fuck off. Okay then. That was easier than I thought it'd be. In the accessibility menu, you can make the game pause while you are reading in the PDA. That's really good to know. I think I will do that. Options. Where? Oh, accessibility. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. There we go. PDA pause. Just go ahead and eat those. Ah! What the fuck? Why am I out of water? What happened? Somebody explain to me why I'm out of water. Cue the Jenny Nicholson Jared Leto tweet. Yeah! Perfect tweet. But at least he's also not a good actor. Ah! Shit! No! Oh, what am I gonna do? What happens if you are just thirsty all the time? Oh, fuck, 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 fuck. Bladderfish, 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 bladderfish. Jesus. If you, so I just ate that stuff and I thought it would, is it because I ate that stuff? I thought it would, oh. That probably took away all my hydration. Whoopsie. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking die. I don't believe it. What? Okay. Dude, cat pee is so disgusting. It's one of the worst substances on the planet, I think. Shit. Does anything happen to you when you die? Or are you just, like, transported back to the ship? Let's put all this in there. Empty your inventory before you die. You lose inventory items. Okay. Oh, it doesn't seem like I lost anything important. Hollywood execs don't understand that Jared Leto is A character actor and not a lead man, and B, a creepy weirdo with a cult. Yeah. Facts. Asking the real questions, yeah. Is there any way to tell what time it is? Or when the sun's gonna come back? I don't want to come back eventually. Cured food. Boomerang and salt deposit. There we go. I get it. Use this cat sanctuary. Yeah. Gross. You're never getting that smell out. Oh. Here's some bladderfish, bladderfish. Ah, there we go. Okay. Should be enough for now. Non-vegetarian. Do people do like vegetarian runs of this game? They must. Why wouldn't you? Wow. Interesting. Okay. Make rubber. Okay. You can eat the vines, but it's terrible food. Okay. Oh, God, that's so gross. Yeah, we had a Tommy after we got Russ. She started making a habit of peeing on the floor in the ooh, nice. In the laundry room. Fortunately, this house is a piece of garbage, and the laundry room floor isn't actually like floored. It's just like plywood, so it doesn't really matter. But that doesn't mean it's not gross or a huge pain in the ass. I didn't pay attention to what she just said. Could somebody inform me? Vegetarian runs are very doable if you've played before. Gotcha. Interesting. Deployables. Waterproof locker? Huh. Maintains position in the water. What does that mean? I guess I'll have to find out eventually. Floating air pump. Standard O2 tank. Yeah, I want that. Right? Yay! Yay! So okay, so the oxygen automatically increases when you make a new oxygen tank. Why standard oxygen tank? Why would I want to go back? Is that what this means? That if I have enough titanium, I can go back to the normal O2 tank? Is that the case? I could have made knife. Whoops. Let's see. I bet I can make knife now. Okay, so in order to make the high capacity O2 tank, I need to make the standard O2 tank. I get it. I get it. What the fuck is a pipe chain? What is the floating air pump for? Is that so I can like stay underwater for longer? I like pipe it up to the surface? Is that what that means? Where's knife? I see it not. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I can just go get more of the little kelp berry guys. Their pipes are useless. Okay. My wife's friend turned their house into a rodent rescue. Oh no. Oh, that's a noble cause though. Rodents are underrated. Rodents are very good boys. You can carry more than one tank. Oh. Pump lets you refill oxygen while still underwater. Okay. Oh my god. What? Oh. How many of those did I get? Quite a few, I think. Let's make some lube.
Lubricant is essential in construction of vehicles and power plants.
Far more convenient ways of staying underwater longer, even forever. Okay. I shall take your word for it. Hell yeah.
Weapons were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime.
Uh-oh.
The knife remains the only exception.
So I can just like make as many fins as possible and keep going faster and faster. Is that what's going on there? Some people have a hard time figuring out the initial tech tree. A couple resources aren't very intuitive to find. You can only wear one pair of fins at a time. Then why get the... Do they degrade? What's going on? It's not for me to know, I guess. Hey. Let's put some of this away. Oh, I'm out of storage. Okay then. What's it? Ooh, what's going on here? Who dis? Oh, it's a stalker. Is he stuck? That sucks. Well, he can breathe water. I'm sure he'll be fine. Yes, first playthrough. So what's the knife for? Somebody want to tell me? Get back here. God damn it. A few fin upgrades you can get. One specific resource is unreasonably hidden. I did. I have seen Waterworld. Not only have I seen Waterworld, I have seen the Waterworld show at Universal Studios in LA. Can you believe that's an IP they maintain? You can also cut them up. Gather resources like certain corals and plant fibers. Good to know. Okay. Cut coral with a knife. And it helps you fight stuff. Okay. How do you get water in a vegetarian playthrough? Ugh, what? Oh, sorry. Oof. Sorry, self. Purify the seawater. Yeah, but with what? If not bladderfish. It's a pretty bad movie. I'll probably get the 4K at some point, though. Me coded. Whoa, look how big that fish is. Jesus.
Synthetic foods to be repulsed by eating an animal carcass. Remember that humans survived this way for millennia. You can too.
Yeah, see, it is supposed to add to your hydration, so why did I die that one time? Whatever. It's fine. You can make bleach, which crafts into fresh water, and there's a fresh water desalinator, but you need a base. Coral, salt, bleach, clean water. Gotcha. Used to work at the comic shop right near the Waterworld stunt show. Right, you're one of the crew members of Water. So many Waterworld connections in the chat today. Yeah, I too am excited for an underwater base. So I guess there's like, this is just an open world game and you can just fuck around in it for however long you want. There's no objective, right? Like you can never fix the ship and leave. You're just sort of stuck here forever and ever. Man, I'd go insane. There are worse things to be, I guess, than insane. What is going on here? I'm so interested in this, like, this heat vent. Oh. It doesn't, like, belch up anything useful, right? Or does it? There is story. Okay. Even better. Fuck, this game's cool. And it's only $30. Mad Max is wet instead of dry. Yeah, exactly. It's a silly movie. Uncle is the set designer for Waterworld. Jesus. Waterproof locker. I don't want to make a waterproof locker. Stop asking me. Oh yeah, I think I'd heard about that. That like there used to be like I don't know, a civilization here or something, and there's like a little bit of mystery about it, right? That kind of thing. Creatures. I guess it is already a mystery why I'm here. So that's something to discover. Let's learn about giant coral tubes. Different solutions to the same problem, maximizing water and nutrient flow throughout the colony. These particular variants funnel water down a tube, filtering nutrients as they pass. Their size suggests they have been highly successful. Exploitable in bleach fabrication. Okay. Can I stab it? Haha! Hiya! Sweet. Coral tube sample. Great. More lore than plot. Yeah, that does make sense. Plot is bare bones in a good way. Hi, kitty. You have a point. It is 9 p.m. I mean, I assume I just don't have the recipe for bleach yet. Gotta be. Bleach. Salt is what I need. Okay. How do I get salt? It's an ocean. Can't I just, like, evaporate it? Oh, interesting. Set in a wider property, there's a completely different game that shares the setting. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. I like that. That's cool. Cats can't even swim. She couldn't possibly comprehend what's at stake here. Yeah. You tell her. And tell her again. Inventory full. Old creepvine sample. Silicon-based plant material. Oh, it feeds you. That's good to know. I guess I should just eat it then, since it's filling up my inventory. I probably also don't need so many acid mushrooms. You can make like a... Can you make more storage, or is this all the storage you get? Hey, look at that! More! Nothing is actually rare here. Okay. Good to know. Ooh. Hooray. I tend to hoard in video games, as we all learned from my New Vegas days. Once you build a base, you can have halls of storage lockers, but collecting too much stuff now is going to clutter your inventory, slow you down. Okay, salt deposits on the seafloor. Cool. First time is always filled with acid mushrooms. Very good. Let's just... Man, these decompose really, really, really fast. My goodness. It's a lot of titanium. It's very annoying that these don't collapse, but I guess that is more realistic or whatever. I probably could just get rid of these pipes. Let's keep 3 of these. And the rest can just go. Be free, live your lives. Damn, they attacked me. Pretty rude. There it goes. Yeah. Yeah, I think that is the case. Resource collection games. I mean, camera turned off. Oopsie. Tyree. You just leave the fish alive until you're hungry and then cook them. Can you? They'll just stay in your inventory alive. I've got like a little water bag, I guess. happened? Oh, I stabbed it accidentally. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, bladderfish. Shit. Where'd it go? Mostly defenseless, bears little resemblance to the other life forms around it. Largely oblivious to threats and practically immobile at night. Only identified defense mechanism is that it's composed of almost entirely water, air, and cartilage. Edible. Membrane has applications as a natural water filter. Okay then. I've never played Breath of the Wild, no. I've never played Minecraft either, while we're on the topic. Man, what are you supposed to fucking do at night? Get deep enough you never even notice when it's night? Oh no. Do you get a flashlight in this game? Where's Mr. Morbid with my burrito? He went too crazy at the store. Do you get light sources? Okay. Is it possible to shelter oneself at night while in the water? I don't know. I've never played this game. I do have a phobia for deep oceans. I'm so glad you asked. Part of what's spoiling the effect for me is that this is not full screen and I'm talking to you people on the chat, which is part of why I think I may play this on my own as well and just get a little farther on my own. Let's go scan that acid mushroom. Why not? Learning. Where is it? Ugh. Okay. These acid mushrooms look very much like mushroom corals. One of the easiest corals to grow. They multiply like crazy. And they're so pretty. They look so squishy and fun to snuggle with. I would be such a good reef fish. I've not seen the pit, no. I hear it's good. Blah, 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 blah. Coral, coral, coral. Only turning rigid when it senses physical assault. Buildups of exploitable and computer chip fabrication. Oh, yeah. If I lived in a bit. Once you have a base, you can build a bed. Fast forwards the clock to morning. Good to know. Very good to know. Oh my god. Oh, I thought I got stuck. Whoa. As I go deeper, I get more scared. Deep water does actually scare me quite a lot. My cat is in a very chatty mood. No, she's just hungry. But that's not saying a whole lot. She's always fucking hungry. Look at these freeloaders. Ridiculous. Get off my ship. Having such a good time. There's not really a whole lot to say. I'm just like, ooh, hello. Ah, god damn it. No! No! It's okay. I didn't have anything that important in my inventory, I don't think. Let's see what I lost. Not much. Oh my god. Ah! You guys have to fucking go. God. Oh yay, I think Mr. Morbid's home. Where are they going? Oh, nowhere. Straight up to the surface. Boing, boing. Man, you know what? I think I will. I think I'm gonna eat my burrito, and then I'm gonna sit right back down and play more Subnautica. And not stream it. Shallows are very idyllic, I think. Not my favorite biome, but far from my least favorite. No practical applications. Whoa, what's that noise? Oh, it's the... yeah. Never mind. Up! I'm so curious about this place. Like, can you dive into it when it's not exploding? I bet you can. I'll probably try. I will almost certainly kill myself doing that. So did I get that titanium or did it just fall? The rules are still unclear to me.
30 seconds.
Oh. Oh, that looks like a salt deposit to me. Yeah. Hey, I'm picking up this game. This is great. I'm having so much fun. Press to break with a rock and another to grab a mineral. Boo. Yikes. Too much stuff. That's okay. Bleach. Cured food. Hell yes, brother. I'm coming up in the world. I don't really need any of this stuff. Great news for me. Casserole Cyclops. I'm cautiously interested in the Odyssey. I don't trust Christopher Nolan to understand what is going on in Greek mythology. Should I make bleach? Yeah, I guess. We'll get rid of an ingredient at least.
Bleach is an essential chemical used for cleaning wounds and purifying water.
We need some food soon. He really had a witch turn his cast into pigs. Get back here, you little monster. I'm hungry. What do you eat if in a vegetarian run? Just the seaweed or what? Ah, there we go. Ethan, you should know better than to say something like that to me. Said with love and slight irony, of course. I don't give a fuck about Oscars or dollars. Who gives a shit? The Oscars are an industrial political machine. They are a means to an end. They are not an indicator of quality. And everybody knows that you can get people to watch all sorts of garbage and give you money for it. Fuck anyone named Oscar. Very much a vibes director in a lot of ways. Yeah, I'll completely agree with that. And I really do like Oppenheimer and a lot of... I like Christopher Nolan. I just don't love him. And I think that he's too literal an artist to understand what's happening in Greek mythology. That's what I'm saying. Greek mythology is fundamentally kind of abstract. Yum yum. Okay. Well, it looks like we got the the game working. It's not crashing anymore, so that's good. I'm gonna leave. And I'll be back. What's today? Thursday? I'll be back Monday. We'll play more Subnautica. I might be further along in the game than I am now. Just saying. I will see everybody then. I look like kind of a mess today. That's okay. It's fine. Thank you. I'm also glad I like Subnautica. Oh, dear. Yeah. Sorry, Ethan. All right, everything's about me, you know. Yay! Capture all the carbon, please. Thank you, Carlos.